Hey Pisces, welcome to my channel, welcome to my space. This is 𝑍ፆ𝑋𝑼. Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be your general messages for August 2022. And for those of you who have Leo or Virgo in your chart, and you may be just watching for your Pisces placement, happy birthday to all of you who are Virgo and Leo sun signs. Now Pisces, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. I normally will go through a list of what I'm going to speak about, but I kind of just want to jump into your reading, that way I don't prolong it. And as I go through, I'll tell you what each card represents, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into your reading, Pisces, for August 2022. So Pisces, we have the Three of Swords. This is speaking to you about your overall energy, how you're feeling this month in August. And it seems that there is something that needs to be healed here. You've been through some emotional or mental turmoil here beginning the month of August, or at some point in the month of August. I'm not really sure why this is here, but this is a type of energies that you're bringing into the month of August. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is something serious that's happening. It could definitely be mental because it is the Three of Swords. So that is communication. That is how you're communicating with yourself. That is how your brain is, forming thoughts in your mind that you may be entertaining in some way, shape, or form, right? But there could also have been something that occurred or that is occurring for you this month that is causing you to have this sorrow and this anxiety and this pain mentally, okay? So just bear that in mind. For those of you who may not feel the Three of Swords, it means that there's definitely some cycles and some blockages that you have pushed through, and you're healing. You've already healed this Three of Swords, or you're in the process of healing this Three of Swords energy. But for others of you, if you are dealing with this Three of Swords energy, really come to terms with what's going on, and understand what's going on in your mind. How are you speaking to yourself, and who are you allowing to form certain thoughts in your mind about yourself or about your circumstances? We're going to clarify these cards later. So for your relationships, we have the Devil. And this is not just romantic relationships, this is with family and friends as well. But it can also represent romantic partnerships as well. Now I see the Devil card here as some type of a material issue here. Something within your relationships where you may be holding on to something physical. It may not necessarily be about your partner, but I'm getting the sense, Pisces, that there is something about your self-image. Our self-image is physical. When we look in the mirror, we may feel ugly. We may feel like, I don't have anything to offer. I'm not pretty. I'm not handsome. I'm not attractive. I'm not smart enough. I'm not funny enough. I'm not creative enough, right? I'm not witty enough. But there's something here where you're feeling tied down. And it's not necessarily that you're feeling tied down in a relationship, Pisces. This can definitely be the case. Family, friends, or romantic partnerships. For those of you who are feeling tied down in a relationship, once again, that could definitely be that Three of Swords energy, and why you're bringing that energy into the month of August, because you're feeling like you can't be free to be yourself. You can't be free to do what you want to do that's going to make you happy. You can't go after your goals the way you want to, because there's someone here, could be a parent, could be a Capricorn here, could be a friendship, friends who hold on to you so tightly. And if you go hang out with other people, or if you travel, they make you feel guilty. Or this is a significant other where when you're going to travel and have fun with your friends or with your family, they're blowing up your phone, or they're making you feel guilty for doing what makes you feel happy, and you feel tied down. Now, others of you, the Devil card is speaking about your self-image. This can also be addictions as well. Drinking, drugs, things like that you are needing to face in your life. But others of you, this is your self-image. You're just feeling inadequate. You feel that you're less than, and that you don't have anything to contribute within your relationships. And that's a lie, Pisces. Yes, we have a lot to work through in our lives as people. However, we're the ones that get in our minds and in our hearts that we're not enough, and we remain stuck. You're not stuck. If there's someone who's holding you down, Pisces, you need to let them go, or let them know, hey, I'm not one to be put in a cage. we have the Queen of Swords here at the core of your reading, and this is speaking about your money and your finances. So there are those of you where there's going to be someone in particular, a feminine energy. It could be male or female, but there's strong feminine energy here. Could be a Gemini, could be an Aquarius, could be a Libra. But this particular person has something to offer you. Could be a job, could be a financial offer, could be a raise, or it could be advice where there is a financial advisor that needs to step in and kind of help you understand how to make more money or how to build your business. Others of you, this is definitely going on YouTube, using technology, using social media, using the internet to find better ways to make money, sending your resume out and applications out on different apps to find other ways to make money. Now, for others of you, the Queen of Swords is actually speaking to you about making logical decisions, making sure you're aware of when a bill is due, how you can work around paying a bill early, or if you have to pay the bill late, come up with logical solutions here. And if there's anything that you're overspending on because of this emotional turmoil, maybe there are those of you that are overspending or buying things that you don't need because in that moment is making you feel better, but it's not going to make you feel better for the long term. Therefore, this Queen of Swords is here to help you to understand that whether it's a person or this is a program, a class, a consultation, a financial consultation, what have you, Pisces, you need to make sure that you're making logical decisions when you go out to spend money, because if you're spending money on things that you don't need to make you feel good in that moment, it's not really going to benefit you, for the long term. All right. Now, others of you, there's someone here in your life where you need to have a stern talk to. Or a stern talking to. You need to have a stern conversation with them and let them know, like, hey, I can't keep giving you money. You need to be more responsible. You need to get your life together. You need to go get a job, whatever the conversation is. Or there's someone else having that conversation with you in the month of August. Now, for the Four of Swords, this is speaking to you about your overall health. Pisces, you need to rest. You need to go on vacation. For those of you who are overworking yourselves, maybe you have a long commute. Are you doing too much after you get off of work? Are you going to the store, going to the mall, going to the gym? What are you doing when you get off of work? Or what are you doing when you finish a project? Are you taking the time out to meditate or to take a bath, go to the spa, go for a walk, do something peaceful, do something that is going to nurture and soothe your tired body, your tired, weary body and your mind? You need to do something that's soothing, not buy a bunch of things, that's not necessarily, you could go buy yourself something, but just make sure that you're taking most of that time after work or after a project or what have you to nurture yourself and to relax. Also, I see this as taking naps. Make sure you're taking naps, Pisces. This is very, very important. If you're not taking naps or you're not sleeping regularly or you're on a medication that won't help you sleep, if there's something that you can implement into your life that will help you sleep better, because there are sometimes you get sleep but then you wake up and you feel like you didn't sleep at all. There may be some medications or foods that you're eating or things that are on your mind, because again, swords, we have the swords here. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. That's the mind, that's communication. How are you communicating with yourself? How are you soothing yourself? What's going on in your mind that's causing you not to sleep well? What's going on, Pisces? You need to really come to terms with that and start healing that and taking care of that, because it's going to definitely affect your physical health. Some of you guys, you may end up having heart palpitations, heart problems, headaches, migraines. You may have stiffness in your neck or your shoulders or your back. Pay attention to the signs that your body's giving you, because it may be attached to too much work and not relaxing and sitting down or laying down, taking naps, sleeping in on the weekends if you can, right? Now, we have the World card, and this is regarding your career. So it seems that there are those of you, you're happy with your job, you're happy with your career, you have a job that you're comfortable with, it's your dream job, or this is a career goal that you finally met, or you have a career goal that you want to work towards, Pisces. It's time to get that set in motion if you haven't done so already. Okay, and it could be attached to this Three of Swords. Maybe your career is not fulfilling you. Now, I also see that there's a lot of work that you have to do when you are at work, or when it comes to your career, your project, or your business, a side hustle. You just kind of have a lot going on. And there's a project in the month of August that you're going to finally come to complete. It's going to come to completion. You're going to finish it, or you're going to finally get paid for a project. But others of you, I'm sorry guys, there's like a fly. I don't know where that fly came from. But there are those of you who you're finally finishing a project, or you need to finalize a project this month in August. Okay, so that's going to be for your career. I feel like your career is very, very positive, but once again, we're going to clarify these in a moment. Now, we do have the Seven of Coins, and this is, last but not least, speaking to you about your spirituality. And this is a time, Pisces, where you really need to pay attention to where you're planting your seeds in your life. You need to practice patience here, because again, there's something that you want deep down inside in your soul. There's something more that you want. There's something more that you want to accomplish, but I get the sense that there are those of you, you're not moving, and you feel that you're tied down, and your soul is trying to push you and force you into this new chapter, into this this mode of transformation and transmutation and change. It's time for things to start changing, and in order to begin that change, you have to plant the seeds. I forgot who I was telling this to, but you have a bag of seeds, Pisces. Start planting them. Find good ground and soil and plant those seeds. Your soul wants to be free. Your soul. And also, you may have a sense of impatience here, Pisces, where you may be spending too much money, and you're just not feeling fulfilled in your life, and your soul's trying to teach you that you're not really. Let's teach Pisces how to plant their seeds properly and wait patiently for them to grow. Work on yourself and your healing, Pisces, so that way when your seeds grow and they prosper and they thrive and they bear fruit, whether it be with your career, your finances, your relationships with others, your health, what have you, your emotions and your mental health. Once you plant those seeds and they grow and you practice patience and you heal yourself, you're gonna realize how blessed you are, and you will better understand the steps that needs to be taken towards your next goals in the next year. You're gonna understand how to ground yourself. Ground yourself, Pisces. There are those of you who have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo in your chart. You have 2 Capricorn cards here. One of you guys, or a couple of you guys, you have Virgo. Pay attention to how you're spending. Pay attention to why you're doing certain things, why you're buying certain things. Come to terms with certain traumas that have occurred in your life. And there are those of you, there has been a huge trauma or something, that a loss that's happened in your life, and you're really trying to cope with it. And you're doing little things because of your grief to try to distract you or try to help you heal. But I feel that the healing starts within, and it's also with time. You have to be patient, Pisces. If you've lost someone, time heals all wounds, and sometimes it just takes a lot of time. And yes, some wounds will leave scars, but that's okay. That's okay. If this is a really serious situation where someone has died or someone's really sick or whatnot, especially if someone's died, yeah, that's a scar that's never going to go away, but you have to mend that wound still. But it's going to take time. Do the inner work first, because one thing that I know, Pisces, after losing someone very near and dear to me in my life, sometimes a person's death will show us ourselves and help us to understand our mortality, and therefore help us to understand the work that we need to do to live a fulfilling life and to heal ourselves. Okay? So please understand that and go after what you want, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Cups. So Pisces, let's go ahead and jump into clarifying your cards here to dig a little bit deeper into your reading, and then we're going to get into advice towards the end. All right, Pisces, I'll be right back. All right, Pisces, so as we have clarified all of your cards, I want to show you the bottom of the deck here, and you have the High Priestess. Patience. This is Pisces energy. This is you. There is something regarding instant gratification for you, Pisces, and it's just not going to work in your favor. This is really teaching you to understand what patience means, even in moments where you just are in so much pain mentally and emotionally, and there's a part of you that's just like, I just want to get rid of it. I don't want to feel like this anymore, right? But the universe still wants you to still your soul, be still your mind and your heart, and come to an understanding of what it is you are supposed to learn from this. Because it's all connected to your health, your relationships, your finances, everything. We have the Ace of Swords, clarifying the Three of Swords. Someone may have said something to you recently that really hurt you or really caused you some mental anxiety and confusion. Others of you, you're facing the truth about something, and it doesn't feel good. Now, I also see this as technology, and there's something about technology here, you guys, that you have to be very, very, very careful with. When I see swords, I see technology, social media, the internet. Be very careful with that, Pisces, because I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but sometimes when you're so engulfed in it, you start to compare yourself to people. You start to compare your lives to other people, or you feel kind of like you're left out in the cold and that everybody else is having a great time, but you're not. Others of you, this is a text message. Maybe you're not getting enough phone calls or text messages, or you don't feel that people like you or love you enough to even reach out to you, and it's bothering you. I don't know where I'm getting all that from that card, but that's what I'm seeing here for some of you. Now, getting into your relationships, we have the Page of Swords. That's Libra energy. So once again, this Devil card, there's someone who's spying on you, or there is someone that you need to have a conversation with. There's someone who has a lot of promises. They say a lot of good things and nice things to you, but they don't necessarily follow through. And it's almost like there are those of you who are waiting for this person to pull through for the relationship, and you're holding on to, what they're saying and, what they're promising, but they're not really pulling through, and therefore you're kind of keeping yourself stuck in this relationship, family, friend, or romantic partner. So just be aware of that, Pisces. And again, this can definitely be about your self-image. You may pretend like, no, everything is fine, I'm good, I'm happy, but deep down inside you're feeling trapped. Be honest here. For those of you who are not being honest, you need to speak up and be honest about how you're truly feeling if you're not doing that already. There is a conversation or something that you need to say to somebody, or maybe you just need to start talking to your friends more about what's going on with you so they can give you advice. It can be many, many things. Okay, now we do have the Page of Cups. You have two pages here, so this means that there is when it comes to your mental and emotional body, there's some maturity that needs to occur here. There is some truth that you need to accept, and I don't think it's going to be easy for you to accept that, right? Because the ego gets in the way. But clarifying the Queen of Swords, you have the Page of Cups, and again, I also see pages as messengers. So there are those of you, you're definitely going to get a message from a Capricorn, or you're going to get a message from someone that really made you feel tied down. Maybe it might be an apology, or maybe they may have a lot of things to say, or nice things to say and want to reconcile, but I just get the sense that it's not going to be genuine. It's still going to be some BS. So just bear that in mind. But there's definitely a professional here. There's someone who's professional, Pisces, a consultant, a boss, a manager, someone who wants to give you a financial opportunity here. And they're going to call you or message you or email you or text message you and let you know, like, hey, I have a job for you, or hey, I have a project I want you to work on, or hey, I want you to be a part of this. And this can also be your children as well. Maybe you're pregnant, or maybe you're you're needing to make certain financial decisions in order to take care of your children, and it has to come from a very logical place, not an emotional place. But there are those of you, you're going to be getting a message from someone about a job or about money here. Now, clarifying the Four of Swords, we have the Four of Wands. This is Aries energy. So this is talking about the home. This is about going on vacation, okay? Because the Four of Swords is talking about your health. So there's something about your home. Some of you guys need to stay home more often. You're going out too much, or you're working too much. You're not home enough. You're not with your family enough. You're not spending quality time with your family enough. You're not sitting down having, deep conversations with your family about certain things. I get the sense that there are those of you who are just restless and you're just running around trying to distract yourself, or you're running around trying to get things done, and you're not really spending enough time loving your home space. Okay? That could be for a couple of you. Now we also have the Five of Wands, clarifying the World card for your career. So there are those of you, you're in an industry that's very competitive, but again, I still get the sense that you're happy with your job. You don't have a problem with it, but it is very competitive, and it may have taken you a long time. You probably had, a few internships or a few jobs where, maybe it didn't work out, or it wasn't what you wanted, or they let you go a couple times, after an internship was over, or a temporary job was over. But I feel like you're in a very competitive industry, but you're okay with your job. Now others of you, you're in a competitive industry and your job is very competitive, the pay is very competitive, and some of you guys are dealing with some challenges at work with some coworkers, not seeing eye to eye, and I have a feeling that that's going to come to a completion though. It's not going to last forever for sure. Okay? We also have the Ace of Wands, clarifying your spirituality and spiritual growth. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you guys, there is a spark, there is a fire here that is being ignited inside of you, or that needs to be this month in August spiritually. It's time to do the spiritual work. It is time to transform. It is time to go after what you want. It's time to stop ignoring the truth of what you want and what you deserve. It's time to really step into your power and your beauty. I see the Ace of Swords as transformation, going through the fire to come out as a beautiful diamond. That's what you're going through spiritually right now, Pisces. And I know it's not easy, but this transformation is teaching you patience. Patience amongst the storm, stillness amongst the storm here. Very beautiful, Pisces. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into your Oracle messages, which is your overall advice for the month of August 2022. Let's go ahead and jump right into that, you guys. So guys, we have Rose Quartz, self-love. I approve of myself and love myself deeply and completely. I don't know if you guys can see that. I approve of myself and love myself deeply and completely. Beautiful. That's your lesson. That is your advice for this month, Pisces. Stop running around distracting yourself from the work that needs to be done to love yourself. Buying things, is not going to help you love yourself. Facing yourself, facing your demons with this Devil card, facing the demons within your relationships, that is what's going to help you love yourself on a deeper level. Next, we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So you have a Gemini card here with the Queen of Swords. So this could be connected to your money and your finances. And there's something that you need to communicate with somebody regarding how they're contributing financially to a project or to a job or to your finances at home. So there's a communication that needs to happen here. So Pisces, if there are those of you who are in a relationship with someone, or maybe you broke up with someone, something happened here where there was no communication. You were not communicating, the other person was not communicating, or both of you weren't communicating. You're learning to speak up. You have to speak up, Pisces. You cannot let things just go by. You can't allow things to just be. In order to bring change and improvement to a situation, you have to speak up, but you also you have to listen too. So if this communication card is definitely speaking to you about listening. Communication is not just about talking, it's about listening as well. Okay. Last but not least, we have be still. Stop running around, Pisces. You're doing too much. Stop trying to distract yourself from the true work, the real work that needs to be done here. For those of you who are used to distracting yourselves when the truth is trying to be revealed to you, you're not going to be able to run forever. For those of you who are doing too much work and you're not taking naps, you're not taking vacation time, you're not taking days off, you're not taking the time out to take a break, it's going to catch up with you. Much love and light to all of you, Pisces. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.